Hi, I'm Josh Ebner. Welcome to the Home Comfort Application Workbook Training Series. As a Home Comfort partner, you'll find this series an indispensable resource for program information, application instructions, and answers to common questions. In this segment, we'll be reviewing both the Application Customer Information tab and the Assignment Form tab. So once this opens up, you'll see it's the newest version. Anything in that blue download application bar would be the newest version. The first thing you're going to need to do is enable editing. Sometimes, depending on the version of Microsoft Excel, you might have to hit it twice. That enables the macros in the background to do that thing. So this is where you're going to start. We have tabs across the bottom here. Customer information, T's and C's, and you just got to think of this as a workbook. It has pages. All these pages don't all necessarily need to be filled in, but they are there just like pages in any type of application. I'm going to start right at the top here. Account number, rate code, two important pieces of information. Most of the customers you're going to run into are 180 residential general use rate code. The other type of rate code you might run into is a 580, and that's somebody who is already heating with electricity, be it electric resistance or an air source heat pump. This information is important to get from the customer's bill. So when you get a deposit from the customer, ask them to send you a photo of the bill, because we don't want the customer ID number. We really need that account number. We need the account holder's name. We need the installation address, but we also need their mailing address, because if they have a P.O. box or a separate mailing address where they get their bills, that's where we generally want to mail the check. So if you're not assigning the rebate, you want to make sure they're to yourself. You want to make sure you get the right mailing address for the customer. Installation date, we now require pre-approval. So if you don't know the exact installation date, just round about, 2 weeks from now, whatever it may be, but put some data in that field. It doesn't have to be exact, but should be something in there so we know right about when you want to install it. Home phone, square foot of home, again, around about 1,200 square feet, 1,800 square feet. And then we get into the important part of the sheet. And this is where you're going to kind of tell the workbook computer calculator exactly what type of rebate you're applying for. You see the first question here is existing building or new construction. That's pretty straightforward. You click off the button. I'm going to run through the most basic, easy type of application first, and then we can talk about a little more complicated ones. We're going to do, we have partial house, whole house, home performance, so that's Steve's program, and then income eligible. So for those of you who do the weatherization, Steve's going to discuss, checking that box off as well later. So for now, we're just going to say we did a ductless for a great room in a house. So just not the whole house, because if we click whole house, you get this little pop-up. To be eligible for this offering, the installed cold climate heat pump must meet 100% of the Manual J design heating load. So for whole house projects, it has to be cold climate, which we're going to talk about in a minute as well, and it has to meet 100% of the heating load. I'm just going to uncheck that. Existing primary heating equipment. This is important for us to know. So we need to know, does this customer already have an air source heat pump, furnace, boiler? I'm just going to say this one had a natural gas furnace. The next option is check to customer, credit to the account, or assign to installation contractor. If you are going to assign it to yourself, which is possible, another form pops up when you click this. You click assign to installation contractor, and an assignment form will open. Now, as I fill in information on this tab, it populates on other tabs. You see the customer's name starts to come up on the assignment form, and then there's another form, project completion form at the end, where the information will populate. This is where you're going to enter your contractor information. Pretty straightforward. And once you do one of these, you would just save it as a template. You wouldn't have to keep typing in your own information anymore. Thanks for watching. To see this whole series And to access additional helpful program content, be sure to visit us often at PSEGLINY.com.